Mr. Seagraves joins us next. And the first question we'll ask Mr. Seagraves, well, you've got a little bit stronger, a bit bigger as time goes. I remember back in the middle school game, and you guys were small back then over at Smith those nights. Brion or Brion?
Brion.
Brion,
Yes,
like
sir.
the E. B-R-I-O-N,
Yes,
but it's like Brion.
Yes, sir.
I was going to ask that first. We get that out of the way quickly, because that's how Hendon said it. So we get the Brion, right?
Yes.
So Brion Seagraves, do you like handling the ball or shooting the ball better? Which do you like better?
Well, I like handling the ball because I like the pressure and like get my teammates open for open shots. But I like shooting also too.
It seemed like sometimes, maybe even that Smith game, you had a big game that night against Smith because
Yes,
Hooker got in foul trouble, had to sit down quite a bit. Sometimes it seems like you got no choice. You got to shoot
Yes, sir.
because you got to try to get the team back in the game.
Yes,
But if you had your druthers, just kind of moving the ball and doing a little bit of both then.
Yes, sir.
Over the years, how did you turn into the shooter you are? Because your shot is a deliberate shot, left or right?
Left.
I thought it was left because the deliberacy of the left-handed shot is so, the follow through everything is so specific, so directive. You see it happening. How did you develop that shot over the years?
Well, my dad. He helped me with my shot a lot when I was younger, and then just tried to maintain it as much as I can.
And on your shot, does it help if you're able to get set? Do you need to get set or do you do it on the move?
It depends. If the defender is playing close to me, I try to get off quick, and I think it's better that way, yeah.
Yeah, because some guys have to get the feet set, some guys have to have a pick, some guys don't even want the pick. They feel better when nobody's around them, just shoot wide open. How the season has kind of gone up and down. You guys had some pluses and some minuses, but I mean, if you look at the last game you played, you guys didn't play bad Monday at all against that Trinity Christian team.
Yes, sir. We just came out with the mindset of playing hard, and yeah, from there, yeah.
Where do you see it going as you head toward Page tomorrow? You feel good about winning that game?
Yes, I think we'll get them. It'll be tough, but we'll get them. Yeah.
You're optimistic going in.
Yes.
Well, you played good against Grimsley last week, but got beaten overtime. That's a tough loss. You didn't play bad against Smith. Smith jumped on you guys early. You guys came back, made it about a 4-point game late. You gave them a battle. What do you think you got to do against Page to get that complete game, to get that win?
Just stay positive, no matter what happens.
Don't get rattled then.
Yes.
What's the toughest thing about Page? You've watched them play already?
Yes, they have two guards that's real good. Yeah, Jalen Seagraves and DeAndre Overton.
The two guards and we're talking about the two tall guys too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The height is different this year. They got Jalen Gavin this year, and the Tyrone Melton young man likes to shoot the ball. He doesn't play the point quite as much as Overton does, so it does make a bit of a challenge. But Hendon actually kind of plays. He's 6'5", and this is no disrespect toward Hendon, but he actually plays smaller than his height.
Yeah.
He didn't play like a big overpowered 6'5" guy. He plays smaller, smoother, more directive.
Yeah.
But against those guys, big battle tomorrow night. If you look at yourself and Hendon, and you got Overton and Seegers, who takes who? Or does somebody else in your team match up against those guys?
I think our coaches have a good game plan with those guys. I think Hendon will take Overton.
Matchup point on point?
Yes.
And what about Seegers? Seegers, he's a good kid, and he's a good player. I mean, Seegers does so many different crazy things. Rebound, loose balls, he blocks shots, and he dunks with authority too.
Yes, those guys are very athletic, yeah.
And you almost hate a guy that dunks it, but then he comes down, he's got a smile on his face. I mean, he's just a nice guy, but you can just cream it. Who's the best dunker on your team right now?
Well, I would say Hendon, but the most athletic is Demonis Gilmore.
Demonis Gilmore,
Yeah.
gotcha. Who's the best pure shooter on your team right now?
Josh Hopkins.
Hopkins, that
Yes.
three-point man who shot
Yes.
3 of those back on Monday, and he was shooting them over here. If the courts, you guys are going this way. If you're going left or right, he was shooting them over this corner pretty hot in that game back
Yes.
on Monday. You guys got hot. You guys came right back on those guys
Yes.
Monday. Coming out with a good point there. Again with us, Brion Seagraves. We got Josh Tavis coming up, Coach Whitaker later. We've got Nicomas Williams. Just heard from Hendon Hooker, wants to be an orthodontist. How about yourself? What kind of work you want to do one day?
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a veterinarian so bad because I like animals, but I like engineering too.
Going to engineering route.
Yes.
So you could go to NC State because I know they got veterinarian work there. They've got the animals everywhere. It's known as an animal school, and then the engineering state too, as well as that goes. You see yourself as a college basketball player?
Yes, sir. So I look forward to football too.
Yeah, so the football, don't rule that out. Man, football's crazy at Dudley because the basketball players in the end become pretty good. And you can tell you're getting bigger. You're getting stronger looking all the way around, man. You put some weight on since that middle school day by far. Defensive back primarily?
Yes.
And just keep working on that position and master that, make it even better then. Do you see yourself as a future David Amerson one day?
Well, yes, it'll be tough, but yes.
That's kind of a guy to kind of look at, kind of pattern your game after if that's a possibility.
Yes.
If you get as fast as David, I would say the sky's the limit. It's out there. So football's not out of the realm of possibility in college. It could be few in college. That would be a wild Seagraves family. In some ways, with your dad, Seagraves family changed. Well, I guess, is it your Uncle Dell?
Yes, sir.
That would be right down his order, too, then. You might pick up, who knows what might happen with the Seagraves. Now, your dad, he went to A&T, right?
Yes, sir.
So they've got an engineering program there, too, right?
Yes, sir.
Maybe A&T a possibility down the road?
Well, yes. I would look forward to that, too, yes.
Yeah, because Sam Hunt will be playing there next year.
Yes.
Sam the man. When you were a little kid, you went to a lot of Dudley games, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you enjoy the experience as a young kid growing up around the Dudley basketball program?
Yes, the crowd was real intense, yes.
So you already, I guess Skip McCall, you probably knew he was going to have a good nickname for you even back when you were a younger kid.
Yes, sir.
Did you play any, I'm just digging out of some things I do from memory, were you playing any for the Lincoln Middle School back in the day?
Yes,
there were a couple of games, the middle school games at Dudley, well, Lincoln Middle, you guys coming over had some good battles going on back in those days. Those middle school games were almost as pretty heavily attended, almost like the varsity games you guys had. Some big battles back in the day. Did Lincoln ever play Southwest back in the day?
Yeah, we played them in 8th grade. They got us.
Oh, they got you. So that's back when Hendon was there? Yeah. Yes. That middle school game, I still don't forget you guys. That was a heck of a night you guys were there in that game. And guys like Jordan Perkins, he was there that night. I think David Thunderberg, Robert Page, he might have been there, and all those kids going back to those days. The part of your game that's improved the most over the past year?
I say my ball handling. Yes, my ball handling.
You knew you had the shot, had to work on the ball handling. Because if Hooker goes down, yourself and other teammates are more called upon to handle the ball and run the team. How about the air in the ball? Football-wise, does it make any difference to you?
No, sir.
So if it's a little bit deflated, it doesn't matter that much.
I just like it just right.
Yeah, and you can tell. I mean, anybody who's around the ball, they're gonna, like yourself, you're gonna be touching the ball like basketball, touching football too. Yeah. Probably you're gonna grab that ball and check it out a little bit whenever you see it before the game. Anyhow, basketball-wise, myself with the basketball, it's got to be at least bouncing where it comes back up to you. You can't get the ball to come back up to you because I play outdoor ball. Yeah. And what I do sometimes, if it's a cold day and I've kept the ball in the trunk, I'll take the ball inside my car, put it up against the heater, let the heater warm the ball up. Used to take it inside back in the day, leave it indoors a little bit before you go to the outdoor court, use it like that to get the ball warmed up. But like I said, it does make a difference. And basketball-wise, you don't want that ball to be too hard, though, right? No. You want it to be, like you say, just right. If it's dead, because I've been to a couple of games where somebody come out and the only inbounds pass, a game a couple of weeks where somebody, which everybody does, smack them on inbounds pass, they smack the ball and it's like a dud. You can tell that ball was a little bit low as far as there went. Do you like the Super Bowl matchup between the Patriots and the Seahawks?
Yes, the Patriots is my team. Yes.
So you and Hendon go at it on this one. He's going with the Seahawks. You're going more with the Patriots. Do you think Brady will be the MVP in that game?
Well, yes. He's the best quarterback in the league right now, yes.
So he would be the top scorer in that game for you there. How about if I had like a college jersey? If I had the State jersey, had the Carolina jersey, I got the Duke jersey, got the Wake Forest jersey, I even got the New Jersey jersey. Of those, which one would you pick? This tells us a little bit about a young man. Find out which of these teams he would take.
Carolina.
Go to Carolina way? Have you been to some Carolina games over the years?
Yes.
Man, there was a day, and you probably know about that since you were a kid, back when your dad was coaching at Dudley as an assistant. There was a time Dudley in North Carolina, these guys were tight, real tight. Back in the William Graves days, P.J. Harrison days, even the Brendan Haywood days.
Yes.
Do you remember all those guys?
Yes, sir.
You probably rubbed elbows with those guys back as a kid too, huh?
Yes.
Pretty fun grow up around those guys.
Good experience, yeah.
Any of those guys like Brion, Seagraves, role models? Kind of looked up to some of those guys?
Yes.
Probably learned a little bit from those guys too. Coach Roy Williams, you probably saw him around quite a bit over the years too.
Yes.
He was at your game Monday.
Yes.
You may know the inside. I don't know this. I'm going to ask Brion Seagraves. He may be able to help us here. Who was he scouting on Monday? I don't know. Any idea?
Their point guard, yes.
The Smith kid, Dennis Smith Jr., which he didn't play like a point guard. Plays like I call him a Roger Ramjet guy because he's slammed. His dunks were the best I saw. I mean, he had a tomahawk. It's like a 3/4 slam. What like put it way back? It's almost like a quick shove, just a quick flush by the kid Dennis Smith. Who's been the biggest influence on your game of basketball for you, Brion, other than the coaches? Who's been the biggest influence?
Well, my mom, she's really helped me over the past years. I had some ups and downs, and she's been able to put me through that stuff.
Sometimes there's saying certain things that dad can't help it. It's just because dad and son are on the same sport on the same court. The mother's able to step in. She can tell you a few things that can help.
Yes.
Good to have mom out there. What's your mom's first name?
Samantha.
Samantha?
Yes.
Samantha Seagraves.
Yes.
Thumbs up for mom. Doing a good job for Brion Seagraves. How about what's the thing you've learned the most from your coaches? I just won't say your dad, but all your coaches. What's the thing you've learned the most probably from?
Well, Josh, I try to pick up the same habits he had when he played in high school, and that.
So Josh has been a good influence for you then? And for your thing, you've got to get in your head too. You grew up around basketball. The hard thing for you sometimes is I can still learn things.
Yes.
Some guy, I mean, myself or you, whoever grew up around a sport, we might say, "Oh gosh, I know everything. I played it my entire life." But you've got to be open to learn new things still, and keep improving on your game. Who do you play next? Is in Page. How do you beat Page?
Box out, because we're not that very big right now. So box out.
Who steps it up? Because I mean, you just brought up a good point. If we were trying to fill up the table tonight, we wouldn't have much trouble filling up. Xavier Hill-Mays.
Yes.
Who makes sure he's not on the boards and keeps him off the blocks? Now, who gets him out of there?
Demise Gilmore.
Mr. Gilmore's got to step up huge. I guess he realizes that. Do you think a guy like Gilmore, he kind of embraces that challenge and looks forward to it?
Yes, he talking about it all week.
That's good. He doesn't mind that number 14. He's ready for him. That's good. That's good stuff. For you as basketball, as far as winning goes, is it more satisfaction or is it more fun?
Satisfaction, yeah.
Sometimes I thought about Coach John Newman. You know John Newman. He's got his son John Newman Jr. over at Greensboro, his daughter Hunter Newman at Northwest Guilford, and his nephew is Seagraves over at Page. For the Newman family, he was a Seagraves family, but he's got all these kids involved.
Yeah.
Family, it's a family outing. It can be fun for them. Other people, it's just got to be flat out satisfying.
Yes.
Sometimes if it's too much fun, I'm thinking this is fun. This is fun later after we get this job done, get this work done, get the win. Favorite class these days?
My favorite class is math. Yes,
You like the math? Who's the math teacher doing a good job?
Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson over at Dudley. How about least favorite class, or the one that's the hardest?
Well, my English class is hard, yes.
Breaking it down to English then. Everything's in good shape though?
Yes.
No threat of being knocked off the team Friday for the grades. Good. All is good there. Okay. What about the one class you could teach if they said, Brion Seagraves, we need help, somebody's got to take over. If nothing else, we need you to watch this class tomorrow, step in, you're getting mature, you're in the 10th grade, you can step up. Your dad's a teacher, your dad's a coach. We think you can take this class. What class you take?
Business and marketing, yes.
Business, you take that class, business marketing. Good. Who's the teacher there right now?
Coach Hall.
Coach Hall.
Yes.
What does he?
Coach.
Football coach. Coach
Yes.
Hall. I think I know that Coach Hall. Big guy.
Yeah, kind of.
Coach
big,
on
yes.
defense, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
Running backs.
He coaches the RBs. Okay. I know Denoris Best. I can raise my hand and say I know Mr. Best. Mr. Best, one of the best teachers, and he teaches over at Ferndale Middle and coaches that best guy. He's a good one. But the marketing class. What do you like about that marketing class?
Well, I learned a lot in there, and Coach Hall, he helps me a lot in there too.
It's all about promotion, isn't it?
Yes.
That's about the names. You know, you've been by our website before. You've seen the names. I'll put your name up today on the website. Put up Hooker's name. Put up the young lady, Miss Williams. You put people's names out there. People see. It's all about promoting the product.
Yes.
People don't need to know who I am. I'm done, man. My days are over. This is Seagraves' time right now, so we need to promote him. 20 years from now, here's the big one. Where do you see yourself 20 years from today, maybe?
That's a tough question. Wow. Probably be a vet.
Looking to be a veterinarian.
Yeah.
If you can pull that off, you would be set for life. Because I tell you that, man, these guys over on Battleground, they've got like a 24-hour veterinarian. They got those like Happy Tails. Some of these guys like nighttime and weekend vets. That's all they do. Take in pets at night, and the parking lot's packed when you go by there. Which animal is your favorite animal?
Dogs.
Like the dogs.
Yes.
You guys got some pets at home?
Yes.
What kind of dog?
Two. I have a Jack Russell Terrier and a Pit Bull.
So you got both ends. You got the nice little friendly little Jack, and then you got the big pit bull.
Yes.
What's the pit bull's name?
Chico.
Chico pretty tough?
Yes.
Do you ever wrestle with Chico?
Nah.
Any wars, any
Bite.
battles?
Yeah.
He think you might bite?
Yeah.
You can't keep the dogs tied up these days because of rules and regulations. Where do you keep the dogs?
Outside. I keep that one outside, and the Jack Russell Terrier in the house.
Jack's a nice little happy little dog, stays inside. What's the Jack Russell Terrier's name?
Coco.
Little Coco. He's probably your friend, right?
It's a girl, yeah.
And then I guess Chico is the other one, right?
Yeah.
He's the one that's the challenge man for you there. You ever able to teach the dogs some?
Well, the Jack Russell Terrier was trained by my grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those dogs have had some training already.
Yes.
And got some interest in animals. Got any other pets? Just the dogs. Do you like cats?
Yeah, a little bit.
The dogs are definitely man's best friend. Seagraves' best friend, right?
Yes.
Do people call you Seagraves and they call you Dad Seagraves? It's just a habit. So you're known as Seagraves too. Did they ever call you Little Seagraves you're growing up?
Yes, sir.
You've heard that name before too, I
Yes,
guess. The Hornets gave you a call. I asked Tenen about this. The Hornets called. Whose spot would you take there? Michael Jordan is the owner. Fred Whitfield, the president. Would you maybe go for the player spots? Kemba Walker's spot. Al Jefferson. Maybe P.J. Harrison. Say, P.J., take a break. You got to rest up. You tried to fall out of the bounds last week, so take a little break today. Would it be maybe the guy Seth Bennett in charge of marketing? Seth Bennett. Whose spot would you take down there? Get a
Michael
job.
Jordan.
Take Jordan. Go for the owner. Be the best. Be the boss. If you go back and do it over again, anything you might redo in your career? Anything you change if you did the redo?
No.
Nothing different. Just keep it the same. Just keep adding to it now.
Yes.
Nothing's gone off the road too far anyway. You can't keep in order. Gotcha. Super Bowl going to again be going with the Patriots.
Yes.
Brady for the MVP. Team jersey you said would be which team? Carolina?
Yes.
Carolina jersey, okay. College you see yourself attending, you said you're leaning toward?
Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Yes.
Wow. Didn't even know that. They got the veterinarian school there?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't checked yet.
What got you interested in Kentucky?
Calipari.
No. So the education thing's important, but you got to keep the basketball thing in mind too. Calipari's been at Dudley before, right? I think back in the day, back when John Wall was coming through, the John Wall night, that was a wild night when John Wall, Word of God, came. Were you there that night?
Yes.
C.J. Leslie, John Wall, and Dudley beat him that night. Took those guys down. What's your best basketball move?
The hesitation crossover.
Hesitation crossover. You got the left and right both down equally?
Yes.
My best basketball move is the free throw. Free throw. Shoot the free throw all day long. When I played as a kid, sometimes I didn't take a shot the entire year. But when I got in the game, I would get like 3 held ball calls in the first half. Pretty good defense. And then at the end of the game, since I didn't shoot much, they would foul me, hit all the free throws. Completely big part of the game back in the day. If we took you all by yourself and said you got a secret spot where you work on your basketball game, nobody else is around, got a place you shoot or a spot you work on, is there a spot like that? Maybe even your dad didn't know about that spot.
Yes, it is.
You can't tell us so?
No.
Gosh. Can you tell us in a few years?
Probably, yes.
Okay, when you get out of high school, that's done. Okay. AD at Dudley.
Joe Godet.
Joe Godet, got it. Brion, good job. Wish we could play some ball. We talked so much about. Wish we had a goal. We could play some now. Keep up the good work. Good luck in the Page game tomorrow night. What's your goal going into that game?
To win.
To win?
Win, yes.
Any personal goals going in? Any numbers you're working on?
No, just get my teammates involved.
Get those guys involved.